I'd be like, nah, bro, you gotta come together. You gotta come.
I'm with you.
But Ceedee Lamb, this dude's on his rookie deal. He didn't give y'all everything, and y'all still ain't paid him. Like, I'm not showing up. I'll let y'all boys, man.
Well,
y'all let me know when y'all want
to. List. Ceedee Lamb is holding out of camp, not showing up, not participating. Ceedee Lamb is not, as of right now. I got nothing to do with the Cowboys until you pay me.
That's a top 5 receiver, bro. Pay me.
NFL leader in reception in 2023. He's entering the final year of his rookie deal, poised to command top flight money in an increasingly pricey position. He absorbed fines by skipping mandatory minicamp and has reportedly yet to have substantive long-term contract talks with the Cowboys, who also have big money decisions to make with Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons. So you have, let's say, not a three-headed monster, but you've got a big three in Dallas: Lamb, Dak, Parsons. Someone is going to have to go. Do you agree or disagree?
I mean, disagree. They can make it work.
Before we answer that, just to go back on the last segment, what's your stance on they still in the contract, but there's no more money on the deal?
Bro, I feel like you signed the deal. Mm-hmm. I understand the market gets changed, but you got if you got like 3 years on it, like, bro, come on, dog.
So, but even though there's no more money guaranteed,
show up and work.
I agree with you, but I just wanted to see how.
Bro, you on the contract for 3 years. Like, you're not getting no more money. We just gave you money.
Okay. All right. So now let's go back to the Dallas thing.
So you got you're probably gonna have to pay Dak. Is Parsons expendable or is Lamb expendable? Because they all seem like they all want top money for their position.
I don't think either one of them, like, out of those 3 guys, I don't think none of them is expendable.
Yeah, I don't think he agreed. But here's the thing, though.
You talking about a top 5 receiver, a top 5 pass rusher, and a top 5 quarterback.
What's the 285 is the salary cap for the NFL?
I think so. 285 or 240. 260, I mean.
Something like I don't know.
So Ceedee Lamb, he wants somewhere of 25 a year. Then you got Dak, he wants probably somewhere 30 a year. And then Parsons, let's say he wants, what do they get? 15 a year? 20 a year?
No, he wants to be the highest paid player non-quarterback.
That's nearly $100 million out of 250 for 3 guys.
So he wants to pass Jefferson.
Yeah, he wants to be the highest paid player non-quarterback.
So here's my thing. First of all, Dallas already announced that they're going to prioritize Ceedee Lamb over those 2. But secondly, because I'm pretty sure Lou is going to agree or add to it.
Where'd it go?
I don't understand what the holdup is.
$255 million.
If that's all CD wants is 22, 25. All right, first of all, I'm paying that off rip because he's a top 5 receiver and he's going to put in the work. Now, as we go down the road, I probably would go Parsons next because we done gave Dak either 1 or 2 big deals already. And yes, you're going to have different opinions on. It's not all on the quarterback. It is on the quarterback. He hasn't played up to par. He's played good enough, all that whoop whoop. But I'm taking care of CD first, and then I'm probably playing Parsons second only for the simple fact that we done gave Dak like 2 deals already. And this probably is going to be like Parsons' first or second.
Yeah, but Parsons got like 2 years left on his deal. I'm paying him last.
I'm not knocking that. I'm just going I'm just seeing it from the standpoint that we've already done structured a deal for you once or twice already. So I'm gonna take care of this guy. Now on the flip side, he's probably been more proven than Parsons. So I could see Parsons going last too. Like, me personally, I'd probably pray Parsons last for the simple fact that, he might be a premier defender, top 5, maybe best at his position, but he's come up short a little bit too much for me when it's needed. So
I mean, you got to play Parsons.
$7 million free cap is what Dallas.
You got to pay Parsons. Mm-hmm. If you can't rush the passer, you can't win in the game. You can't win in the league if you can't rush the passer. You got to pay Parsons, but he's got 2 years left on his deal. I'm like, you got 2 years left. You want to play football or not? Because if you hold out, I got you for 2 years. And then I could franchise. Like, play ball. you see, I gotta sign Ceedee Lamb and I gotta sign Dak. Like, play ball. Come on.
That's a good point. I've got you under contract for 2 more years. If I have no intention of releasing you, you're going to sit out for 2 years. I can franchise you after that. So that's 3 years I have you on the books without you playing football. Not many people are going to say you're going to come back and be dominant after 3 years of doing nothing. So get out there.
Potentially 4 years, because
you can franchise them that second time.
Yeah, if they don't show up that year.
If he don't show up for the whole year, that contract doesn't move.
Right. There you go.
Yeah.
It carries over.
It keeps it going. So you have there. So Ceedee Lamb is saying they haven't had any talks yet, but he's in the last year of his deal. I don't know if Dak is in the last deal or not, but to your point, Felix, Matt Parsons has two more years to go. You're the last one I'm worried about. We have guys on expiring deals now. We can restructure the money next year, the year after, to get you something. To want it right now, while you're trying to handicap the team when you got to get your 2 most important players on offense signed, that they need to be signed now. You got 2 years, bro. We'll figure you out down the road. You're going to get your money. Relax.
Well, here's a tricky thing too.
My thing is, these teams like Dallas, you know the bill coming up. Why are you waiting until you're in the final year of a top 5 receivers contract? Why are you waiting until the last year?
I agree, because you see what Minnesota did. They already know Jets out.
The longer you wait, the price goes up.
Yeah.
They got Jets out the way early. It was like, look, you got 3 years, 2 years left, but you done super exceed expectations. Let's just get you out.
Yeah, like you pay him early. If you know he's raw, you pay him early.
But here's the thing with Dallas too. Dallas is a real interesting situation with them 3 for a couple of factors. One, are you viewing your team as still a Super Bowl contender? Because if so, then you could prioritize Dak because you need that premier quarterback. If you don't think you're quote unquote a Super Bowl contender, but you're just good enough to play the playoffs, then now you can kind of use the alternative. Well, that's why we got Trey Lance and the other guy. I think his name is Rush or something, where you can, if you had to, you can let that go and see what you got got with Lance, and then you still got your permit. Because if they was to let that go, I don't think they'd get too much backlash for that, because they got Trey Lance.
I think they would.
Yeah,
versus letting Ceedee or
you can't let a franchise quarterback leave.
Yeah, as good as Ceedee Lamb is, there's one stud receiver on most teams. There's 10 stud quarterbacks in the league, and if you feel you got one. Again, that's why we talk about this. I don't believe in paying 2 all that money, but who else are you going to pay? Who else has proved themselves to be good on the field? You got to pay the guy. If you let Dak go, and to your point, I think every year they think they're going to be in the Super Bowl. They're the number 1 team in that division, or close to it. I think Philly's on the way down. I don't think anybody's buying right now the Redskins or the Commanders or the Giants. And again, Philly could be on the outs. Dallas could again take this division. So they have to think, we're definitely in the running for a Super Bowl. We got to keep this team together, even though this team year after year performs in the playoffs, not up to their potential. Yeah, their expectations. So what do you do? But letting a franchise guy go, like I said, it's not gonna be a Tom Brady where Brady shows up, hey, I'm free to play football somewhere. You're gonna probably get some random dude who's just looking for a job. You're not going to find a stud to replace him. And I don't think you have that much faith in Trey Lance, because Dak is a proven successful quarterback.
Agreed. And that's why I posed the question. If you're of the mindset that, okay, we're good enough for a playoff, maybe we'll win 1 or 2 games, but not Super Bowl contenders, not Super Bowl bound, then I guess you can have that wiggle room to play with that quarterback situation. Versus if you know your Super Bowl, then that should be your top priority or second priority, in my opinion, as a GM.
I'm looking here. Power rankings, ESPN has Dallas 11th. Power ranking 11th, the Dallas Cowboys.
And they're always going to be up there because of the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you let that get so far. How you let Ceedee Lamb get this far.
Do you think it had anything to do with last year losing to Green Bay, how badly they did, and the issues between Dak and Ceedee Lamb on the field visible to everybody? Do you think that is why it took so long? They're actually planning to get it going, but then saw this might not be the best. These guys, when push comes to shove, they can't get it together. Do you think that has anything to do with them not trying to get him a deal during the summer?
If you think that's the case, then you trade Ceedee Lamb.
But now, what trade value do you have, knowing you have a pissed off receiver who doesn't want to go anywhere? You kind of lose that leverage, don't you?
There's a pissed off receiver in San Francisco.
Swap them out. Who gets the better of that? Who gets the better of that deal?